Hey everybody, welcome to the Quilted Cow. My name is Jennifer and today we're going to be doing the Helpful Heifer Ian's book sleeve. But first we would like to thank our sponsors, Wilmington Prints, Husqvarna Viking, and Creative Grids. All right, so first, let's talk about the Ian book sleeve. Super easy to make, really cute. It's great for books or tablets. So with the Quilted Cow kit, you're gonna get all of these goodies. You get your interfacing, you get your fusible fleece, you get your main fabric, your lining fabric, and you get a free pattern. Now, all of those are available on our website at thequiltedcow.com. And today's line is absolutely beautiful. This is called Blooming Blues, and it is a Wilmington fabric. So pretty. Now, when you get your pattern, you'll see all of your cuts are on here, but you have the option of making one large book sleeve or two smalls. And also the front pocket is optional. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to make the large one today. Now this one here that I'm showing you is the small one, and I absolutely love the little pocket option. I think it's great, and I'm going to be using this one for my tablet. But for the large one, I went ahead and I've already pre-cut everything that you're going to need. So this is my lining fabric right here, and I've got two pieces for my lining and my lightweight fusible interfacing. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to press these to the wrong side of my lining fabric. And then I also have my main fabrics. Again, two main fabrics and two pieces of fusible fleece. Again, these are going to be pressed to the wrong side of my main fabric. And the optional pocket, you can choose whichever fabric you want for that. You'll have enough of both if you get a kit from the Quilted Cow. I wanted to use my lining fabric as the accent on the outside. So I went ahead and I cut that, and I also cut the fusible fleece the same size. And we're going to go ahead and press all of these pieces now. All right, so to fuse, what you're going to want to do, if you're new to this, pay attention, you're going to feel little glue dots on the back side of your interfacing or your fusible fleece. That's the part that you want to put against the wrong side of the fabric. So we have the wrong side of the fabric there. We're going to place our interfacing like that, and we are going to go ahead and press, following the manufacturer's instructions, and usually it's about 4 seconds. You just want to make sure that you don't overpress, because sometimes you overpress and the glue doesn't stick any longer. So go ahead and press your interfacing to the wrong side of your lining. All right, now that we've pressed the interfacing to the wrong side of the lining fabric and the fusible fleece to the wrong side of your main fabrics, let's go ahead and grab our pocket piece. Again, the pocket piece is optional. So I decided to use my fabric that I had used as my lining, and I have my fusible fleece to the wrong side of it. We're going to go ahead and press this. All right, now what you're going to do for your optional pocket piece is you're going to fold it in half, and you're going to line up your short sides over here. Go ahead and give this another press again up towards your crease. All right, now that I've pressed the crease, I'm going to bring this over to the machine, and we're going to just stitch 1/8 of an inch away. You can see how pretty that looks. It just gives it a nice finishing touch, just like on my sample. Now that we've assembled our pocket, let's decide if we want to quilt our main fabric. If you do, now is the time to do it. Go ahead and make the design on here, and using your sewing machine, do your free motion quilting. I usually like to do something simple such as a crosshatch. Now, if you want to do a crosshatch, let me show you how you mark your fabric for that. What you're going to do is get your ruler, and using a chalk pencil or a erasable pen, go ahead and draw a diagonal line from corner to corner. Decide how far you want your spacing, and then just continue drawing right across, and you're going to flip this, and then you'll continue doing it on that side as well. That's how you're going to mark your lines for your quilting. I went ahead and I've only done the top piece. I did not quilt my back piece on this version right here. So it's up to you, and it doesn't have to be quilted. You could also do the same thing on your pocket if you'd like to quilt this. But if you're going to do any quilting, we recommend doing it now. Once you've decided if you're quilting it or not, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the pocket to the main piece. So go ahead and line this up just like this. Now we're going to baste this on. I love to use my Wonder clips. If you don't have Wonder clips, go ahead and use some pins. And we're going to be basting this. So go ahead and lengthen your stitch on your machine and do about a scant 1/4 of an inch from the edge. You're going to stitch here and along the bottom. Now that you've sewn your pocket, we're going to go ahead and attach the lining piece. Now don't forget to put your stitch length back to what it was. So grab your lining piece. We're going to place this right sides together on top of your main. And you're going to sew a 1/4 of an inch from just this top edge right here so that when we flip it open, it'll look like that. We're going to repeat that for the other piece as well. So both mains will get stitched together along the top edge of a lining piece. Now that we have both sewn, what we're going to do is we're going to press the lining away from the main piece. So go ahead and grab your iron, and you're going to do this for both pieces. Again, pressing towards the lining. So once you've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to place both pieces right sides together, lining up your seams. So you want to make sure that these seams right here are lined up. We're going to go ahead, again, using your Wonder clips or your pins, whatever you're most comfortable with, and attach both pieces. Now, we do want to leave 4 inches along the bottom of the lining pieces that we'll use for turning. So what I like to do is I like to leave a little gap between, that's about 4 inches right there. Now we are going to sew a 1/4 of an inch all the way around, and you may want to use a walking foot for this. All right, so there you go. We have about 4 inches right between here, and that's what we're going to be turning right sides out with. But first, you want to go ahead and you want to clip all 4 of your corners, and that's just going to reduce the bulk a little bit. All right, so now we've started flipping right sides out. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to poke your corners out really good. I have my favorite stiletto here with me, and I'm going to reach inside. I'm going to poke these corners out. It's going to make it a lot easier when you're doing your top stitching, so make sure that you get a nice crisp corner over there. And we're also going to be pressing this again as well. All right, so I have flipped everything right side out. We've poked the corners out. Now we're going to go ahead and press this. But what you're going to want to do when you press the lining, you're going to want to tuck this in that 1/4 of an inch. And you can either whip stitch this by hand or just run it through your machine really quick. Let's go ahead and press it. All right, so I've pressed it. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stitch this. I'm going to just do mine by machine. All right, so there you go. Now we are going to tuck the lining inside of your Ian book sleeve, just like this. So tuck the lining in. Poke your corners, and then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to roll the top with your finger and your thumb, just like this, to line it all up. And again, give it another press. All right, now that we've pressed it, what we're going to do is we're going to bring this back to the machine, and we're going to top stitch just along the edge, all the way around the top. Again, giving it a nice finished look. All right, guys, there you have it, the Ian book sleeve. Absolutely adorable, simple project. You can find more information at thequiltedcow.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we would love to thank our sponsors, Wilmington Prints, Husqvarna Viking, and Creative Grids.